Hi guys, welcome to Teach It with Teacher Nisha. I am Teacher Nisha, and in this episode I'll be sharing 4 effective self-care tips for teachers to survive, stay sane, and parents at home, during the weekends, they take care of their kids, they're all up with their kids, they're cuddling their kids, they do their homework with the kids, fine. And then during the weekdays, they're like, take them, teachers, take them. So teachers, for 5 days, we actually have to educate these kids. We have to make sure that they actually eat. We have to make sure that they stay safe. We're basically caring for them. So my question here is, if we care for all of the kids around the world, who is doing the caring for us? Teachers. Who? Not a goddamn soul. Nobody. We're doing the caring for ourselves. Exactly. It's called self-care. It's for you, from you, to you. Self-care, baby. Self-care. And why is self-care important? I think it's just there for us to remember that we exist and we need to appreciate our existence as a human being for what it is. But mostly, self-care is very important to make sure that we don't burn out. The first self-care tip is take care of your voice, your God's given asset, which actually serves as a dot that connects the smartboard or the whiteboard to you and from you to your students. Now you can have all of this fancy schmancy technology with you, but if you don't have your voice to tell the kids what exactly needs to be done. I remember when I first started teaching, I lost my voice thrice in a month. Always drink a bottle of water that is filled with lemon slice. I usually bring a bottle of water that has got 2 lemon slices in them. Why? It's because it actually helps to moisten and keep the throat soft, cold, cool, relaxed. It doesn't exert too much pressure because we're already exerting so much pressure with all the talking. And the next thing I do is I take vocal naps. Yes, even our voice needs to have naps at times. Now, when do I take these vocal naps? During break or during my free period? I try my very best to not engage into conversations because I want to rest my voice. I don't want to overuse it. I don't want to lose it. And the next thing I do is I avoid very hot drinks. I avoid cool drinks. I also have 3 tablespoons of honey before I go to school. The second tip. Sanitation. I'm not saying that you teachers are not clean. I know we are clean, but our dearest kids, dearest kids who are cleanest and purest at their heart are not very good in practicing personal hygiene or taking care of themselves. I have seen kids picking the boogers from their nose and just rubbing it on the books. I have seen kids who just openly sneeze on a pen that I've lent them, and then when they return it to me, they just smile and be like, "Teacher, sorry." And of course, on the outside, I just smile and I nod my head and I take the pen and I'm like, "Yeah, thank you." But on the inside, oh God, I am cringing. One thing I do is I carry hand sanitizers wherever I go, anywhere I go, and I make sure I restock them before it runs out. Why? It's because I need to be healthy. I need to make sure that I stay healthy, not only in order for me to perform my function as a teacher, so that I am just physically healthy, able to do adult things like jogging or walking or go to the groceries without having to fall sick all the time. I just want to be able to do that because one day in the bed falling sick is one day lost from doing other life activities, and I don't want that. Self-care tip 3. Here it's important for you to stay fresh. Okay, how do you do that? I personally love taking naps. I take naps for 20 minutes. When I work, yes, I did. I would go to the library during my break. I will have my break for about 5 minutes. I'll try to eat something. So there's not much of eating, it's more of swallowing. And I go and find a quieter space in the library and I do take naps. And I do notice kids looking and giggling like, I don't mind. I need the nap. my mind needs to rest, because if I don't, my mind, it's like an internet with 3,000 tabs open at the same time. So, and it is one of the most brilliant things that I can do for myself. Can't do that, another solution is for you to actually use aromatherapy. For the self-care tip number 4, me time. I know, as teachers, we tend to dedicate too much of our time to students, and I know most of you will be like, oh my god, you just said it, that's not a very nice thought, you shouldn't say it, that's your job, you're the teacher. Hear me out. Yes, you are a teacher, but you're also a human being. You are two separate identities here. Yes, there's you who's teaching, and there's you who should be able to live life and enjoy it. Just enjoy the moment and absorb things. It is okay to do that, trust me, it is. So one thing that I do is I always have 1 hour of me time for me every single day. Either I just take a 1 hour nap, I just take a 1 hour, yes, either I just take a 1 hour nap, I do that, I sometimes do that, or I just sit down and enjoy a meal for 1 hour. Yes, I just enjoy that flavor of the food, of that salad, of that spice, everything, just allowing all of that taste to amalgamate and create magic in my tongue. And sometimes what I really like to do is I actually have got this children coloring book, and I color them, and you know, just allowing the color pencil to whisk me away into escapism and just being so at home, so peaceful. I just love doing that, and it's the best thing ever because it helps me just appreciate myself for just being me, which is essentially what me time is all about. Me taking care of me, from me, to me, for me. Just let loose and dance. And if you don't want to do that, you can always just call and talk to your friends. Now, the one thing I always tell my friends when it comes to calling and talking to them is tell them in advance that you're going to call them. But if you can't do that, at least while you're talking, let them know what role you want them to play for that moment. Do you want them to be the advisor, but they actually give you advice? Or do you want to vent and you want them to add on to that and just gossip with you and just tell, yeah, that person is just mean? Or do you want them to just be a listener, where all they do is, I see, really, and just listen? Tell them what exactly you want them to do, because sometimes we just want to vent. In the end, we get an advice on how we can make things better, and that doesn't really help anyone. Let me know if these tips do work for you. Also remember that you're teachers, you're kicking ass, you're making a difference in someone's life, and you are doing a phenomenal job, guys. So keep on doing that, okay? As for this video, if you like it, do click thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel. I upload a new video every single week. And that's all for now. And that is all for now. Until I see you in my next video. Teach it with teacher Nisha.